Hi friends, it's Marina Shepelsky. We are going to talk about the most important executive orders relating to U.S. immigration signed by Donald J. Trump, our new president, on the very first day of his presidency, and everything else that's related to this. Get ready, get comfortable, get a drink of coffee or whatever it is that's going to make you center yourself and think about what's going to happen. I kind of try to predict what's going to happen with the world of immigration under Donald J. Trump's presidency. Well, first of all, we already know that he is appointing brand new people that have not served under the last presidency, Biden. They're usually picked by Trump, and they were picked by Trump, and they're all very conservative and very anti-immigrant. So we definitely know that. He appointed this guy who used to be the director of ICE, in charge of deporting everyone, in charge of the border and DHS, and all of that will come about. But let's go through the orders and let's talk about some new changes that came out already after the border. So this is very fresh information as of January 23rd already that I'm recording to you. So let's get right into it. The first executive order that I wanted to discuss was his declaration of a national emergency at the southern border in order to get funds from the armed forces and finish the wall construction, transport immigrants, and get money to sponsor ICE detention of as many immigrants as possible. So for that, he had to declare a national emergency to get money that he otherwise couldn't get from the federal budget. Number two, declare an invasion at the southern border to stop entry of pretty much anyone into the United States. So if it's considered an invasion, it's almost like a war by immigrants attacking the United States. So now he is shutting down the border, and already he completely shut down the CBP-1 app. It was a mobile app that people at the border were using to apply for asylum, upload their information, do biometrics, and come into U.S. for asylum, asking for asylum. That whole system, the CBP-1 mobile system, is shut down, done. The other thing he already did is nullify and cancel the parole programs for people from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and so on. So that parole program is canceled. It's not going to be renewed. The third order is assign the U.S. military to close down the border. So now he's going to be using U.S. military in addition to the ICE officers to shut down the border. 4, this is the one that pisses me off the most, is ending birthright citizenship. So under the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, anybody born in the United States, doesn't matter who their parents are, is a U.S. citizen by birth. Automatically will get a U.S. birth certificate, a social, and so on. Now, if he ends birthright citizenship, and he's trying to, he's saying that as of February 20th, 2025, for the children of women unlawfully present, as well as the children of women present lawfully but temporarily. So anybody who's here without status or on a temporary visa, as long as the dad is not a U.S. resident or a citizen, that kid doesn't get U.S. citizenship. And how this plays out, I'm in a lot of groups already for a long time for immigration attorneys. Somebody reported from another state that a family who is undocumented, had a baby here, went to the U.S. Post Office to apply for the baby's passport. The baby was born here in December, and they were turned away because the U.S. Post Office said under the new Trump's executive order, the baby doesn't get U.S. citizenship as long as the parents cannot prove their legal status. Well, this law that he just signed, this executive order, says it starts February 25. So anybody born before that should be able to get U.S. citizenship regardless. And they said no. So people are already suing. The American Civil Liberties Union is already suing multiple lawsuits were brought by attorney generals of Democratic states against the Trump administration. We will see how this plays out, but this goes against the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, and presidents are not supposed to override U.S. laws. Presidents only enact laws, like they act on laws. They're supposed to enforce them. They're not supposed to make laws. Okay, number 5, another one that really upsets me is that he's saying that under 8 U.S.C. 1302, it's a federal statute for undocumented immigrants. They have to register, and we have to deport as a country. First and foremost, prioritize enforcement of unregistered immigrants. So anybody who's not registered will be deported, is he saying. Now, this requirement always existed, but never was enforced. And also some people are saying he might even force or try to force lawyers to register illegal clients, illegal undocumented clients. We will see how this plays out. Let's be very cautious right now. Number 6 is expand expedited removal from border communities to the whole country. So now expedited removal will be for anybody arrested undocumented across the United States. And that means quick removal, less than 2 years, removal without due process. Number 7 is mandatory detention of anybody who is in deportation proceedings. So if you are in deportation proceeding, this is his 7th order. He wants you to be arrested and put in jail by ICE. I don't know how they're going to do it. They don't have the money for this, but nevertheless, he's trying to do this. So impose mandatory, must put in jail anybody in deportation proceedings. Number 8, withhold money from sanctuary jurisdictions. Cities like New York, Chicago, LA that have said before, we, the local state people, are not going to give you undocumented immigrants. We are not going to cooperate with this game. He wants those cities not to get federal funds. Number 9 is employment verification for everyone for status. Number 10 is, I mentioned this before, the end of parole for Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans. So that parole program that Biden started in 2024 is done. Suspend the refugee program as of January 27, 2025. So this is the refugees from other countries who are coming in and flown in from other countries. This is not anybody inside U.S. already who's filing for asylum, not for asylum people here. This is for people who are filing to be refugees from other countries. The U.S. government approves them and they come in on refugee status. That's for those people. And I hear that already some airplanes carrying refugees were turned around and sent back. Next is impose additional vetting, more checking for visa applicants, additional vetting, and possibly suspending visas for certain countries starting in February 20th, 2025. 13 is reinstate the Remain in Mexico program. So anybody who wants to apply for asylum will have to wait in Mexico for ICE to determine if they're eligible. 14 is non-government organizations that are helping immigrants will not be getting funding, he's saying. So anybody assisting in documenting immigrants will not be receiving federal funding, and denial of public benefits for undocumented immigrants. And another thing that has already started is denying visas and starting deportation against anybody who is supporting Hamas, supporting terrorist activities, and supporting what happened in Israel on October 11th. If you were on a student visa, legally. If you are undocumented, if you were seen supporting Hamas, demonstrating in U.S. against the Jews, against Israel, supporting what happened and saying it was, genocide against people in Gaza. Anybody who said that publicly will be deported, will be denied visas, will be sent out. So those are the things that's been happening in our world of immigration since Trump came to the office. Schedule yourself an appointment, legalize now, things like asylum not going away, things like VAWA, cancellation of removal, all of that is here to stay. Trump cannot do away with that, and he hasn't. So if you have a chance to file for any kind of a legitimate case right now, this is your chance. Give us a call today. We'll be happy to consult with you. It's a paid consultation with our team, and then we'll schedule your next steps to start your legalizing in the United States. Talk to you later. This is Marina Shepelsky, U.S. immigration lawyer. Please sign up to my channel, share this video, and give me a little heart, a like when you see this and if you like this content. Thank you.